Nation Scarlet. This place is buzzing. Welcome to the banks of the Raritan of Piscataway, New Jersey. SHI Stadium, home to the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Iowa Hawkeyes, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Hawkeyes will put toe together and we'll get started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Scarlet Knights offense will come out first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But, yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprise.
Sprinting away! They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Scarlet Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. Power football with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Scarlet Knights will bring the punt team onto the field. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. The Hawkeyes offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number one.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Complete out of the backfield. The first. They are backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, fourth down in their own end, and they're going for it. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw again. Snagged out of the air. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. And the Hawkeyes are on the move. Looking to throw on first down. fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Trying to set up the screen. Tackle is made at the 38, and let's see just how daring they'll be on 4th down. This is an opportunity to show your offense you believe in them. Their opening drive of the game, still in their own territory, going for it on 4th down. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up. Great place to start for this offense. They'll move the wide receiver. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Oh, they're after him. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He'll pull it on the read. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, that time on 3rd down, they're trying to see if they can catch the defense snapping. They go with the option play, but a great job by the defense being alert, being aware, anticipating it may come. Nothing there. They forced a negative play, now setting up 4th down.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football.
Turning it on! All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15. They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now 1st down from the 37. They'll give it on the counter. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
When you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
They think they can create space here with a run to the right. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got him downfield. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Hawkeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Steps away to find some room. Uncorks one to the middle. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not...
Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Scoops it up, still a live ball.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
3rd down is where the money is made, but they're lucky to be here after that ball was loose. They'll run play action. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He'll get rid of it. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. And the try is no good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Campbell.
Well, I love the body control there by the running back. He had to catch that right on the sideline, make sure he had his feet in bounds, try and pick up some positive yards.
That's reeled in at Sheffield. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Scarlet Knights come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. They'll try to get it through the air. Caught close to the marker, it's Campbell. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. The Scarlet Knights are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw it. Here's a heat. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
Strong safety blitzes can sometimes be hard to see coming from a quarterback standpoint because we're used to seeing the strong safeties insert themselves into the box, but you don't oftentimes see them blitz like that. That can be tricky to watch.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Sheffield. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all away. Touchdown, Rutgers! Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Yards after catch. That's what this guy gives you. That was a simple slant pass. Caught it, made guys miss, showed you the speed, and it was pay dirt from there. What can you say about this guy's athleticism, man? He is such a weapon.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Oklahoma State will need to mount a comeback, but those fans that were there when Justin Blackmon was a 2-time All-American, they know this game is not over. They're trailing by 11 to Tulsa. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Big Ten schedule sort of ate these guys up last year. They're looking for a better performance this time around.
Yeah, and it eats a lot of people up, obviously being such a tough conference. But if you look at the way you start the season, a lot of times, man, that's when you build your momentum. That's when you build your confidence. If you can hang around, be competitive, sometimes the way you start, Palmer, it just lays out the rest of the season for you.
And they know they just got to be a lot more physical this year. That schedule did beat them up last year, but take a look at this year's schedule. A lot of those same teams, they're right there again. They're going to get another crack at them. They've got to be better in the trenches this season if they want to win a Big Ten championship.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He's got it, first down and more. He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
Third down is money down. You got to find a way to execute and get the ball out and get it to your playmakers. That was the opposite of that. They got it to their playmakers, and they got absolutely nowhere. Lost yards on the play. Fourth down now upcoming.
And the Hawkeyes looking to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete pass, and comes up big and they take over. Well, great. And let's hold on just a minute here as you... After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. On the ground, it's Campbell. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. With the catch, it's Duff. There he goes. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. And the Scarlet Knights will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Quick strike complete. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I'll tell you, this defense, they've looked really good with their backs against the wall. When they get down in their own end defensively in the red zone, they really just seem to tighten up, and you saw it there on that play.
Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Fires into the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. He splits the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. I think the one thing you can say here, Jesse, is that both defenses have done a pretty good job mitigating damages.
Yeah, and on that last drive, not getting it on 4, it basically only cost you 3 points. That's the good news. Let's just turn the page, David, and move on.
So I think you can still be aggressive. You can still go for it on 4th down. Now you know you can trust your defense.
This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
It's complete to the left. At the 45 on his way. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. The Hawkeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Finds the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Hawkeyes in a good spot here with second and short. Back to pass. Got it set up on the outside. Makes a man miss. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Last completion moved the sticks in, and let's see if they try it again. Wants to keep it in the air. Throwing right. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The defense going to stop the clock with the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give them a finish. Tight end now in motion. Wide receiver going in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. And the D deny them on second and goal. The play action fake. Right on the money. Looking for the end zone. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They keep nudging it closer, but now it's third and goal from the one. On the ground. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a two-point play here, right? You've got a play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
Bringing the heat. Firing to the right, complete. Diving for the goal line, and he lost the ball. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. The Scarlet Knights backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on first down.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And down he goes back at the 3. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And the Scarlet Knights will call on their punt team. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Finds his tight end. Good pick up a little bit short of the sticks. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Wants to go up top. Lets it fly deep downfield. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And it's third down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. And the right rotation on that one to get a little help from the crossbar and get it through. This is now a 7-point game.
I don't know how much longer they could have gone trying that field goal. 50-plus, that's tough. The kicker will take it. He gave it everything he could, knocked it off the... that went in. Nice job.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the offense has done its job. They have the lead, and they'll secure it as we head to halftime. No surprise, looks as if they'll be content just to head to the locker room. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great scene there today in Piscataway. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the birthplace of college football.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Quick completion to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
The big fellow, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. Shoots it to the left. And that 3rd down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Makes the grab. It's Anderson. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. The Hawkeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. They just keep firing. Fires to the big fella. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Bolton. And they are knocked down way behind the line of scrimmage as the defense declaws the Wildcat. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. He unleashes a long one. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Well, the defense was expecting pass on that one. 3rd and long. They dial up the perfect coverage and a great job in the back end, reading and reacting to the quarter.
Going the other way, and he's got room. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. That's caught. It's Sheffield.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Duff. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Leaves it with the running back. Breaks into the open. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. on first down. It's 2nd and 5. Now they'll run the draw. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. The Scarlet Knights back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Grab behind the line. It's Fletcher. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Takes a hand. They were right there as soon as he got the ball. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. He gets it in. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
Awesome job there on 3rd down by the QB, working through his progressions. He wanted to go downfield, but the defense took everything away. So his eyes come down, he finds the drag route underneath, makes a good throw, and his guy does the rest to pick up the first.
Looking downfield on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
And the Hawkeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Gonna look downfield again. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Go to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. He's got it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa! They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Oklahoma State is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside Boone Pickens Stadium, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football.
Off play action on first down.
It's a tight one right now. They're trailing by only 5 to Tulsa. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Scarlet Knights, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Off play action. Fires left. It's complete. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Scarlet Knights are threatening in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Using the quick game. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. This time they'll go to the running game. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 Russian defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
They'll try to run it in. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? They extend the lead here in the fourth, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. Wants to adjust the pattern. They're going to open this drive with a pass. With the catch, it's Gill. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Hauls it in. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open. That's why that one fell incomplete.
Just keep slinging it. Under fire. He's got his man. Makes the grab. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Looking to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Hawkeye.
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense, seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him out.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4.
This is an area of the game on offense you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Makes the grab inside the 30. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Scarlet Knights have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Got a man. It's Black. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems...
He'll take a shot. Touchdown, State University of New Jersey. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Will wonders never cease if you're a defensive guy? They called PI on the offense this time. Looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Gill. They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the first down. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
The Hawkeyes are in the hurry up. Looking to throw on first down. Going for it all. And they can't quite hook up, trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll send the back in motion. After the incompletion, they go back up top. A strike downfield. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. And the Hawkeyes will have it 1st and 10. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And as he throws, it falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. Now inside 4 minutes to go here on 2nd down. He wants to throw it again. This time he's got it. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Now on 3rd down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete on the right side. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. The Hawkeyes didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Touchdown, Iowa! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
The great thing about spreading a defense out, I can see where the blitz is coming from. I can see where they're weak. I can see my matchups. Nice job by the offense, spreading them out, taking advantage of their matchup, and getting in for the score.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. They were getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Let's see what he can do with the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal.
He's loose on the right. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Rutgers. They built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in week 4. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable. Because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
Out of bounds at the 22, and just like that, they're out of trouble. First play of the drive wants to throw. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. He might want another play. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Unloads it downfield. Makes a grab right down the middle. Lots of running room. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
And that had to be a coverage bust on defense. There is no rhyme or reason why a receiver should be that wide open, that deep down the field. Defense, they better check themselves.
That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. And the Hawkeyes want to pick up the tempo. Now the play fake. Under fire. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Hawkeyes! Having a playmaker like that can get the offense out of just about any situation.
Yeah, no doubt. He can roll right, he can roll left, he can do whatever he wants and buy time and throw the football. But you have to defend everything. You have to defend pass, you have to defend run, and you have to defend plays that aren't even called. So good luck stopping this cat.
This defense is trying to protect the lead. You have to make the offense work for it, and a personal foul just gives them yards. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Scarlet Knights come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll move the tight end. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Scarlet Knights will send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The offense changing the play. Going right to work up top. Fires to the tight end. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Wants to go up top on first down. A little screen to the running back. Inside the 40. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. Wants to throw on first down. Got the back over the middle. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Makes the catch. It's Gill. Oh, he's got some space. And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got the first down, now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves. The Hawkeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Flips it out on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Line getting set on second down. Wants to go up top. He's got his man across the middle. That completion will take him inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down. They can pick up the first without scoring. And he's got it. He's got it for a touchdown. And here in the final minute, they're a single point behind.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game. Now, all you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
And they are a mere extra point away from tying this game. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. That touchdown drive covered 61 yards. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. And he's coming out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. Now, there's still some ground to cover here, David, if they're going to try to get in position to win this game in regulation.
Yeah, and you practice this every week. This is the moment in practice, the 2-minute drill. Get as much as you can, rush the field goal unit on. And Jesse, you better be prepared for this moment.
And David, this is exactly what quarterbacks live and play for. You're now in a position to go win this thing for your team.
The give from the gun. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions, probably, maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, in the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
First play of the first possession of OT. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down. Plucks it out of the air. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go. Looking to fire. Complete. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. He wants to change this route. Second down, they'll go to the air. A shot toward the end zone. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. Now third and long here in overtime as this defense wants to force a field goal attempt. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. And that's not going to be a first down. He stopped just millimeters away from moving the chains. Does the drama get any thicker? The offense comes to the line on fourth down here in overtime. He'll keep it on the sneak.
And 4th and inches, you know what's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the defensive line spot and stop the feet of the quarterback, and they couldn't do it. And listen, they only needed inches. That's what makes it so difficult to stop.
And the Hawkeyes will play offense first here in overtime. To the air on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Gill. Touchdown, Iowa! And they score first here in overtime.
And how about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense. Number 3 is coming soon.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Fires downfield. Got a man in the middle. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Looking to throw on first down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Going to swing it on second down. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Rutgers! They got the score now to see if they go for the win or the tie.
Obviously, very hard to complete passes in this area of the field. Nice execution. Now you're down by 1, and now you got to make the decision. Are we going to go for it and try to end the game right here and put this game in our offense's hands? What do you think?
And that's why I love having the ball second, because I get the opportunity to do this. I knew they scored a touchdown. We scored a touchdown. Now, do I want to go for the win, or do I want to continue this game on? It's so nice to have the ball second.
One extra period didn't get it done, and we start the second OT. Here's the handoff. Nice pickup on the ground here, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. The Scarlet Knights are in the red zone. Rides the back and leaves it. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Gives it on the option. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They're a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's got it on the move. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. They'll try to strike first with a field goal in overtime. Just drives it between the uprights. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Down by a field goal and a touchdown will win it. Let's see what they've got on first down. be calling a hot route. They'll start this drive with a pass. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And it's okay that that ball's incomplete. It's important this offense comes out and they show that they want to be aggressive. They show that they're willing to take shots and they're going to try and take the top off of this defense. Not able to connect on that one, but that will not be the last deep ball we see in this game.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
Man, you play this whole game back and forth into overtime. Now you got a chance to set the tone, run the football in overtime, and be a little physical.
And if you can run the ball and not put it in jeopardy by throwing passes, that's a great way to finish the deal. 2nd and goal for the offense. Quarterback sneaks it ahead. That'll do it! A double overtime touchdown to walk it off!
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
My pulse rate is still through the roof on this game. I would have called that one for free. Wait, I don't want to get carried away here, but it was a really fun game and a great win.
It really was. I know we're all up here, we're bouncing around, we're excited after having seen what we just saw. What a great win for this team to go out and do it in overtime. That's the type of game that fans are going to be talking about for a long time, David.
Free. Yeah, right. If you know Reese Davis, that is not happening, but we got a free game that was awesome, back and forth, nip and